Mink, is this close to a must-win situation as possible for you guys?
Yeah, it's a playoff game in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's a game that if we win, it boosts our chances to get in the playoffs by a lot. And if we lose, it takes us pretty much out of the playoffs. So to me, it's a playoff game.
Do you think everyone in that locker room understands that?
I hope they do.
I think there's been a lot of talk about communication. Do you feel like that can improve quickly, and what's been the struggle in that regard?
Communication in regards to like on the field.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any lack of communication in my eyes.
Minkah, I know the tight end group, tight ends on the opposing teams the last couple of weeks. What have you guys seen? And I know Indianapolis hasn't used a lot of it, but how do you guys clean up that area?
Just don't let them catch the ball. Don't let them check the ball down to them. Give them the respect that they deserve. That's it, really.
I felt like maybe you were a big part of the solution guarding tight ends against maybe the Ravens or against the 49ers earlier. Is there a balance with you between, you could easily lock down a tight end, but also they want you playing center field where you can make some splash plays?
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we're trying to figure out. Tight ends have been making plays while I've been, in the half or in the middle of the field. When I know that I could cover these guys, so it's a tough balance. Because if you take me out of the post and put me put me on a man, then they'll try and do other things to get people in that area that I'm not. So it's a balance. It's a balance.
Minkah, what have you seen from a guy like Nick Herbig who's been stepping up with T.J. Watt now and Cy Smith out?
No, Herbig's a guy that as soon as he got here, he's made a lot of splash. He's made a lot of plays. I think he had a few sacks in the preseason. He's a guy that's going to be in the right position, high motor, high energy, and that's the type of guys that I like playing with. He loves the game. He has passion. He makes plays, and he's celebrating with people and running around having fun. So he's a guy that I enjoy playing with for sure.
Minkah, do you feel like
Let me get my
You came from a college environment where you didn't deal with a lot of negativity. How did you learn as a pro to deal with the fact that even good teams and good players can get beat? And that's something you kind of have to process and work through.
I would have disagreed that we didn't deal with a lot of negativity. I would say we didn't lose a lot, but we definitely dealt with a lot of negativity. But I think your approach to the game is shouldn't be wavering on how many losses you have or wins that you have. I think if you love the game, you're going to approach every single week with 110%. You're going to approach the week with a chip on your shoulder, whether you're the best in the league or the worst in the league. Because no matter what you are, you got something to prove. You know what I'm saying? If you're 11-0 or 0-11, you got something to play for. So I think. Even though, like you said, we didn't lose a lot, we still had something to play for every single week.
Minkah, you feel that this team has a late run in it, and what is it going to take to kind of get that more consistent play?
We definitely have to make a late run if we want to go into the playoffs. We got to win just about every single week till the end of the season. What it takes is just, I think, going out there playing good football, just playing detailed football, playing with high energy, playing with a lot of passion.
Najee, how do you describe the feel of this week? Joey Porter and Minkah both said, it really feels like a playoff type game.
I think so too. That's what it is for these next four games. Is for surely the playoffs to us. I think if we went out, we could kind of dictate, what for making the playoffs or not. So I would look at all this as the same way.
You guys made a run, obviously, last year in the second half of the season. What components do you want to see out of this group as you make that push here over the final?
I mean, it's not what I want to see. It's what we need to do, though, as a team. I think we all know that this is important games for us and that we need these to make the playoffs. So I think we all know as a team that, we really got to lock in and execute game plans and know that, every game matters. It's kind of, the notch is turned up a little bit more, and we know that, and we need to perform like it's that.
Najee, you've been seeing that in practice. You feel like it's been turned up. You're getting what you need out of practice as a group.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Is the way that a team or maybe individuals kind of learn to deal with losses and negativity and how they grow through that process? Is that something that you feel like you can improve at as a group as you go through a year?
You talking about just losing?
I'm sorry?
You saying like, which question one more time?
Just like you guys, can you learn from losses, and can you get better at learning from losses as you go on?
Yeah, I think that there's some things that winning teaches, but there's some things you can only learn with losing, and that's resiliency. You can use as motivation. It's seeing your mistakes. It's keeping you humble in a way. So I think that losing can teach you something that winning can't, and that's my mindset and I think that's all of ours mindset too. We just gotta, like I said, this last 4 games right here, we experienced the taste of defeat. We experienced the taste of not making the playoffs last year. So I think that we need to carry that over this year and know that these last 4 games are important to us.
I think it's 4 weeks now with the new coordinators. I mean, are you guys getting more comfortable? And if so, do you have any examples of how?
If we're getting comfortable with
the new voices of Eddie and Mike?
Yeah, you want an example? You said like.
I'm just saying, do you feel any examples of where it's getting more comfortable? You can notice it.
I mean, I don't really understand the question. I guess like. Yeah, I can't give you an example though. I don't really know an example.
Has there been any tangible evidence that things are a little different maybe than
we had a 400-yard game? Is that what you guys want me to say? Like what?
Or
Yeah,
something
like what?
that over a period of time you've seen improving or that's different than maybe.
I don't really know how to answer that question, to be honest with you.
I know you haven't been shy about kind of calling the guys together at times, speaking to the offense. Has there been any of that in the wake of the Patriots game as a team or as a unit? That you want to share?
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's a good question. So after that game, it was pretty disappointing, obviously. And we kind of went in the next day and we looked at film, and we put some bad stuff on film. I think that before we went on our break too, we kind of all just wasn't really happy about what we put on film. We kind of made like some stuff that we said just not to put on social media or put on public, but yeah, we talked about it. And there was another meeting too, separately with another position group too, to talk about stuff. So it was just certain stuff that we keep in house, and that's just how I want to leave it at that. Just keep it in house.
Nick, how do you feel you've been coming along here? How do you feel in this defense right now?
Man, I'm just blessed to be here, honestly. And like I said before, my role is really special teams right now. And obviously in situations like last game when Alex and TJ both go down, that's moments where I have to step up and be prepared for. And I prep for that every week, for situations like that. And I'm grateful to have guys in the room like them and Coach Denzel to make sure that I'm ready to go.
If that situation happens again this week, you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready.
Is your week any different preparing when you know that Alex and TJ are injured?
No, not much, honestly. Because I remember somebody said something, you got to prepare like you're a starter every single day. So, having that mindset from day one, you never know when your opportunity is going to come knocking. You just got to be ready to make the most of it.
But you get more reps, though, right, out there in practice?
I mean, yeah, it's the same amount of reps that we get every week. We have the reps every time, so it's nothing different.
Does it matter for you? Sorry, Jeff. Does it matter for you if either one of those guys, which side that you're on, who you would have to replace if you have to replace anyone?
No, I'm just there for support, man. Whoever needs a break, whatever happens, I'm there. I'm ready to go.
Nick, did defense come pretty easy to you because of Wisconsin, and where do you feel you are as far as knowledge of the defense?
Yeah, I would say it definitely helps a lot that we ran a similar defense in college, and having Coach Leonard as my DC, being able to dumb the game down a little bit for me and make sure that everything is simplified. It's the same thing here too. So I feel like that transition was really easy for me.
Over the last couple games, Connor and Elliott have done pretty well against you guys. When you watch the tape and you're trying to stop the run, what's the biggest deficiency that can be cleaned up?
We just got to communicate better. It comes down to that. We have all the talent in the world. We have the best run-stopping linebacker, I think, in the NFL with E-Rob. So, it just comes down to, at the end of the day, we just got to communicate and be on the same page.
You guys are still in this, and I know you guys like to take it game by game, but do you pretty much consider that this is a must-win? This would be a tough one to lose for you guys.
Every game is a must-win, man. We want to be 14-0 right now, 13-0, whatever it is, so every game's a must-win.
Nick, what did Elandon show you last week, kind of playing through that injury, as many snaps as he had to go?
I'm not even surprised, man. And E-Rob, since day one, he's been in here working hard, being a leader for us, kind of being an unsung hero. So, I look up to guys like him. He's done it before. He has 2 Super Bowls, so E-Rob's one of those dudes for sure.
How's Blake fit with you guys?
Blake's awesome. He's a great addition for us.
When you have to step in for TJ or Alex, are they giving you any type of advice on the sidelines?
It's more so just, staying calm, staying collected, and act like I've been there before and I'm ready for it, and they're kind of just encouraging me, telling me, like, come on, like, it's your time, let's go. We got to go make a play.
I think it was Elandon that said last week about Cole and Quan's injuries kind of being way in the past now. Does that kind of thing take a minute to sink in and move on from, and you guys feel like you're moved on fully from that?
I mean, yeah, Cole and Quan are great teammates before anything. They're great human beings. You feel for those guys, everything they've been through in their career. And just to go out like that, that's tough, to lose your brother like that. But, the ball's still going to be out there on Sunday, and we got to find a way to get around that. And I know we have the guys in the room capable.
Sure, from your previous stuff, you're pretty familiar with Zach Moss.
Yeah, I was just talking about it. I'm familiar with him from when he was at Buffalo in the division, man. He's always been a good back and stuff like that, and real dynamic, runs the ball well, can catch it, and stuff like that. So it's really no surprise to me what he's doing for Indy this year and stuff like that. I think he was there last year too, but especially this year and stuff like that, he's always been a real good back.
Elandon, how did you make it physically out of that game, and how are you feeling now?
Yeah. How I'm feeling now? I'm good to go. I'm good to go. After the game, it was all right. It was all right. I told you, I'm always numb coming out of games, stuff like that, so it's all good.
Is it one
numb in a good way, though.
It's this time of year, like this is the time to push through all that stuff and that time?
Yeah, most definitely, man. I mean, we got, just in the regular season, we got 4 more games, man. And, I mean, you guys, y'all been doing this all season. Y'all know, like, it's been a long one, but it kind of went by kind of fast, and stuff like that. And it's just this part of the year, no team is fresh. Everybody fighting through something, and it just is what it is. That's just what we play.
You hopeful 90 and 56 are going to play, and how much do things change it if they can't go? Because concussions are weird, right?
Yeah, they're very weird. I know the guys doing, whatever it takes, and I know the guys behind them is preparing just like they do each week. And defensively, we're doing whatever it takes to make sure that we're all ready to go.
Is this as close to a must-win situation as possible for
December football? Every game a must-win. Every game a must-win. Every game. Even if we wasn't in a situation, every game would be a must-win. It's December.
Thank you.